Hey everybody, good morning to you. This morning is back on and we are here at Me Curator. By now you need to know this name. And if you're looking for something a little bit different, something to satisfy and entice your palate of a different nature, then there's so much happening. And we're here with Bookie. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you, really well.
And I'm so excited because there's so much that you're doing and putting together and bringing our artists together. And this is why we're here, because it is going to be all about Mask Parade. And it's with one of our own homegrown artists again. We have Gary Butte. So tell us about what's going to be happening this Friday.
Excellent. So Gary will have a collection on Friday, the 2nd of November from 7 p.m. It'll be at the Me Curator Gallery and will feature Gary's solo work, and as you say, all about Mask Parade and the connection between the Caribbean culture and masks.
Right. Now, even with that, I mean, Gary is another pioneer, visionary. I've interviewed Gary before, and I knew him when I was younger. And this is not something that, he just woke up and started doing. It's something that he's truly passionate about, and he gives his all. I've seen him mentoring youth as well. Last year, we caught him at the Folk Research Center doing this and pushing the art form and the culture. So how is it for you? How meaningful is this to be able to have, a solo day for him?
I think Gary's work resonates quite well with St. Lucians. Like you say, Gary has a history within St. Lucia. People know his work, they know his style, from his paintings to his bottles. It's all within the gallery itself for the collection. And I think Gary as an artist is someone who represents the true Caribbean culture. The way he paints with his acrylic paint, very tribal, very meaningful, very deep. Large brushstrokes, kind of contouring between the black and the colourful palette. All this reflects such the variation within the Caribbean culture. And I think once he puts paint to canvas, you can really see that.
Now, why should our St. Lucian public make sure they don't miss what's going to be happening this evening?
So the event will take place on Friday, and it will really highlight the Je ne Creoles. They'll come to an end, but we are still in that vibe, in that mode still, and so this is also part of Je ne Creole as well.
And what is the atmosphere going to be like so as they walk into and step here into Me Curator?
So each time, as you know, I try and make it different when you come into the space. So this time around, there's going to be a drummer actually playing live within the acoustics of the gallery and resonating his powerful beats. As you know, I'm African, so a drum for me just gets me straight to the heart. So having that live and having Gary himself here and other artists as well will also be just a nice chance for you to kind of come along and see Gary, the drummer, and meet other St. Lucian artists.
Now, any reservations needed, or we can all just walk in?
Just a walk in, Friday, 7 p.m., Me Curator, Massard Grosillet.
Now, as a special treat for you, Gary was here at the studio, we came all up in this space. This is behind the scenes, they're getting ready. And Gary, again, it's so great to be here with you. This is going to be a major thing happening. How are you feeling about this coming to life?
Well, after doing it for such a while, every time I have a new exhibition, I discover something new about myself, and I feel very excited,
Great. Now, it is called Mask Parade. So tell us about this, the concept, what's the inspiration?
Well, first of all, mask really epitomizes all my expressions, whether it has to do with love, music, whatever sort of other feelings that comes along with creating work. But the mask in itself is sort of a title that I use to my work in a sense that it sort of encompasses the entire Caribbean expression. We as not only black people, but as human beings, as people who survive every day, we carry these emotions and these expressions in our life. And the mask is there all the time, whether it's a good expression or a bad expression or any day-to-day situation that we face.
With that, let me ask you, I cannot help but notice that every painting that I'm looking at is very vibrant, very bold. It's definitely something you would not miss if you were walking through any place. So what sort of technique do you use with this collection?
I use a lot of I use a lot of very strong hues in my work, very flat colors. And you know, you have on the color wheel, you have harmonious colors, you have analogous colors, and there. But I try to use a lot of tints and a lot of flat colors, and I try to make them bold by using black, because what the black does is that it retains the color. Right? If you put white, then the white absorbs the color, but if you put black, then the black retains the color, so it comes out much brighter.
Well, we can definitely see that here. Now, are you on social media for anybody who wants to explore more of your work?
Yes, actually, you can check me out on Instagram. This is one of the social medias that I use. I hardly use Facebook, but I like Instagram because you get a lot of
Of course,
people
and so
coming
many
up
people follow. What is
from
your
Instagram.
What is your Instagram handle?
758 GK Creations. Then you must find me. You must find my work.
Super. And if you're curious about finding Gary's work in person as well, this is why you need to make sure you come out Friday, later this evening rather, and be here to experience the Mask Parade at Me Curator. Again, the time is from 7 p.m. We're looking forward to seeing you. Bookie is looking forward to hosting you. Gary is excited for you to come experience his work.
Definitely. I think that everybody should come out and just experience it, because it's a mask parade, not just for St. Lucia, but it's a Caribbean expression, as I always say. And you know, just come and experience the journey, and you know, and just come along and enjoy.
Definitely. So we look forward to seeing you. Hey everybody, good morning to you. Welcome to This Morning. And if you've ever been curious about chess, don't know about the game, anything crossed your mind, this is going to be the time to listen in. We have somebody who I think is a chess pro right now in our midst, definitely better than I am because I don't know anything. So I'd like to welcome Tristan here with us. How are you?
I'm well, and thanks for having me.
Super. Now, there is a movement, it's going to be growing, and if you want to be part of it, it's called Chess with Tristan. So it is a place where people can meet, socialize, learn the game. If you're a player, then of course you get to meet like-minded people and have some fun. So let's talk about Chess with Tristan. What is that all about?
Well, Chess with Tris, first of all, I started it out by teaching the blind visually impaired, how to play chess, because I'm a strong believer of, if you're in this world, if you're able to impact people, especially with something that you love to do, go ahead and do it. And so I started out by teaching the visual impaired how to play chess, because I wanted chess to have a social impact. But then whilst I'm doing that, everyone was like, hey, can you teach me how to play chess? And I'm like, well, you know. And so eventually I got around to like, all right, I really think that a lot more people in St. Lucia needs to start learning to play chess. And I'm like, I think this would be a great way to do so.
Super. Now, you know, by afternoons and evenings, you know, she changes into this chess goddess, and by day, I know you have a different profession.
Yes, I'm a dental hygienist by profession. So you'll see me in my scrubs and everything, and then afterwards I'm like, hey, let's get to playing chess. So dual roles, but I love what I do.
So, how did you first get introduced to chess?
Well, actually, I learned chess in high school. I can still remember the moment I was sitting in a chemistry lab, and then a fellow class schoolmate was like, would you like to learn to play chess? And I'm like, yes, definitely. I mean, I've seen this game played on TV, all the rich old guys play, and it seems to be a game for smart people. And at the time I did the sciences, so I'm like, hey, why not? I want to be smart too. And so he taught me how to play the game. Mind you, he beat me several times. I was like in pain, well, figuratively. I'm like, I have to get better at this. This is a game I want to learn. And from there, the sky's the limit.
But now, you know, in truth, when you look at even how it's portrayed on TV, you do see a lot of males playing it, and it also has the association that it's a smart person's game. But I'm happy you're here to dispel and let us know that it's for anybody who's interested in learning. And, you know, with what you do and in teaching people, how easy is it to start picking up chess?
It is very easy. I can tell you, I teach as low as 5 years old. Some of the kids that I teach are 5 years old, and they catch on so easily. It's really a fun game. Of course, I won't say it's the easiest game to learn because it takes some amount of brain work, and that is the real beauty of it. But anyone can learn the game, and the thing about it, once you start to learn it, it's almost addictive. You won't want to stop playing, but anyone can learn to play chess.
Now, even when you speak about it, like I can feel the passion in what she's saying, and we're all about doing what you love, following your passion. So, give us a rundown. Like, what's the basic that we need to know to understand chess? Like, what's I guess, the pawns, the pieces? I'm trying to use the right jargon here so you can tell that I don't really know much.
Yes, all right. So basic, it's very strategic. So it's not like other games where whatever you do, or for example, like in draft, it's about taking as many pieces as you can. But in chess, it's about capturing the king. And so throughout the game, you're strategizing as to how you're going to capture the king. And that's really what the game is centered about. Yes, in the process, you can take pieces. And it's a lot different from chess, but all the pieces move differently. And so you have to really plan your way and strategize of how you're going to win the game.
Now that leads me to asking, what are some of the benefits, whether young or old, of playing chess?
Yes, there are numerous benefits. There's actually several studies done which show that one, it improves your memory. So there was a case done where they had a couple persons who were predisposed to dementia, or they have a hard time remembering things. They had them playing chess and they started improving like tremendously. It helps with your thinking, your strategical thinking skills, and of course it helps with reading, maths, because you have to think. It helps to rewire your brain. If I begin to list all the benefits of chess, I'll be here all day, but the main thing is very, very good for your brain, and if you want a healthy brain, this is a game that you should be playing.
Now, I'm still curious as to how you were able to work with persons who are visually impaired and help them learn chess. So what was this experience like for you?
It was amazing, I must tell you. Well, I got the concept because you can actually play chess blindfold. And then, like, if you can play chess blindfold, if you're visually impaired, you should be able to play chess. And so I did my research and was able to get specific boards that you could feel your way around the boards. You can tell black from white, and you can tell the knight from the bishop and the king from the queen. And I'm like, I want to do this. I would love if I could get some of these visually impaired people to play chess, because I know it'd be good for their brain. They could figure their way around castries even. And so I went there and they were very receptive. They're like, yes, sure, this is something we'd love to do, because we're trying to get them to play sports, and this would be a great sport. And the day I went, oh my God, they were so excited. Everybody wanted to touch the board. Everybody was eager to learn. I can tell you my heart was so happy that day. So absolutely, it's ongoing. Of course, we started out, but because of certain things, not a lot of them were able to come each time. But it's one of my proudest moments.
Good stuff. Now, despite it being a very windy day here, we are at the Jamrock Cafe. I know this is one of the venues where you host your socials. So I know by now that we've probably intrigued quite a few St. Lucians watching. So tell us the schedule, days, afternoons, evenings, whatever it is that we can come be part of this, whether we want to learn, or if you're already really good at it, then you can come challenge yourself.
Yes, I'm always up for the challenge. Okay? But we're here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Every Thursday. You can come. If you don't have a board, we have boards for you. If you have a board, you can take it and come and join us as well. And also at Saturdays, we play at Rituals Cafe around the same time from 6 p.m. There's a lot more persons that can help you, along as myself. And like she said, if you want a challenge, see if it can beat me.
So that's the call to action there. And again, persons, even kids as young as 5, can come out to learn. So make it a family affair. You want to do something different. We're always craving here on my show to try to find things that are different, apart from the norm. And so this is yet another hobby that you can pick up happening right here. And I know you're on social media, so people can follow the movement. Let them know.
Yes, you can hit me up on Chess with Tris on Instagram or Facebook. Send me a DM, comment, show some love. Let me know that you appreciate what I'm doing, and we can talk.
So listen, all I'm saying is, if you want to do something different, now is the time. Come out, show some love. It's Cross Caribbean Love. We have the Jamaican girl here. She's loving St. Lucia and doing some great things. So let's get on the movement as well.